Why is it so tough being a germ? When you think about the microscopic world, you probably imagined cute little bacteria happily floating around. Or maybe you think of germs as sinister villains bent on making us sick. But did you know that there's a dark side to microbial life? Even the smallest organisms have to deal with struggles that we can't even imagine. Welcome back to my channel. Here are 15 horrifying things all microbes secretly wish they never knew. Microbial nightmares. We might be able to kill most microbes with a little soap and water, but some tiny organisms are seriously dangerous. These are the most terrifying life forms you've probably never heard of. First up, Niggler. This amoeba can make its way through soil and water, and yes, it can even crawl up your nose. Once inside your body, it heads straight for the brain, where it feeds off your grey matter. There's no cure for this infection, and only one reported survivor. Next is the smallpox virus. This virus killed an estimated 300 million people in the 20th century alone. It's one of the deadliest viruses known to man, and it left permanent scars on the survivors. The CDC declared it eradicated in 1979, but it still lingers in some labs around the world. Hopefully, it stays locked up. Finally, we have the bacteria Vibrio fischeri. At first, this microbe seems pretty chill. It is found in coastal waters all over the world, and it is even used in bioluminescent light shows, but it also causes a rare but severe illness called fibrosis. The bacteria enters your body through wounds or by being ingested. It grows quickly and causes tissue damage and organ failure. Trapped in a petri dish? Imagine being poked and prodded by giant metal instruments. That's just a normal day in the life of a microbe growing in a petri dish. Scientists use these dishes to grow bacteria for experiments. But it's not exactly a luxurious lifestyle. The cultures are often kept in cold rooms to slow down growth. And if a microbe gets too old or too weak, it might be thrown away. Not to mention all the giant eyeballs peering into your dish. It's no wonder some microbes wish they could escape. From friend to foe, humans used to live in harmony with many microbes. In fact, some microbes are essential to our survival. But over time, some microbes turned on us. One example is Streptococcus pneumonia. This bacteria normally lives apart of our friendly bacteria, but it can cause pneumonia, meningitis, and other serious illnesses. Another foe is Yersinia. This bacteria is responsible for the bubonic plague that killed millions in the Middle Ages. And finally, we have Helicobacter. This bacteria lives in our stomachs, where it causes ulcers and other problems. Survival of the fittest. If you're a pathogenic microbe, your life is pretty tough. Not only do you have to worry about getting wiped out by a sneeze or a shower, but you also have to compete for survival. Pathogens have to find a way to make copies of themselves while evading our immune systems. And if they make one wrong move, they could get killed. Many pathogens don't even survive the journey through our digestive system. Only the most resilient microbes have what it takes to survive. The unlucky microbe. Life, as a single-celled organism, isn't easy. For example, there's no such thing as a job security in the microbial world. If conditions get too harsh, microbes might be forced to search for new environments, and that can take a toll on their health. And if you thought that was bad, wait until you hear what else unlucky microbes have to deal with. Living in the shadows, even microbes need some privacy, but they rarely get it. In a microbial community, there's always something lurking around the corner ready to steal your food or worse. And if that wasn't enough, microbes have to deal with predators like amoebas that hunt them down for food. It's no wonder some microbes wish they could just disappear. From hero to zero, some microbes used to be our friends, until they became a little too friendly. Take Streptococcus thermophilus, for example. This microbe is normally found in our guts, where it helps us digest food. But when it spreads to other parts of the body, it can cause infections. Then there's lactobacillus, which is commonly used in fermented foods, like yogurt, but if it escapes our digestive system, it can cause urinary tract infections and other problems. Finally, we have Escherichia coli. This bacteria is normally harmless, but certain strains can cause food poisoning and other illnesses, microbial misfortunes. Being a microorganism has its challenges. First, there's the constant threat of being wiped out by a natural disaster, like a volcanic eruption or a tsunami. Then there's the problem of finding food. Microbes rely on organic matter for nutrients, but they also have to contend with other organisms that are after the same thing. Plus, microbes are at the bottom of the food chain, so they're constantly at risk of being eaten. And if that wasn't enough, microbes also have to deal with changes in their environment, like when humans decide to start growing crops in a field or build a new road nearby. All of these factors make life as a microorganism a bit of a gamble. The strangest survival stories. This bacteria was discovered in a remote cave in Afghanistan, and it's able to survive without oxygen. It also has a unique shape and metabolism that makes it unlike any other bacteria ever found. Another microbe that can't seem to catch a break is the Taros. This bacteria was found in a salt mine in North Africa, and it's able to survive in extreme salty environments. Unfortunately, it also produces a toxin that can cause botulism, a rare but serious illness. Finally, we have the Cryptosporidium hominis. This parasite is able to survive in a wide range of environments, and it causes the illness cryptosporidios, which can be particularly harmful to people with weakened immune systems. The hidden struggles of microbes. It is tough being a microbe because you're always in danger of being wiped out by something like an antibiotic or a change in the environment. But even when microbes are able to survive these challenges, they still have to deal with the constant struggle to find food and reproduce. And if that wasn't enough, microbes also have to deal with the threat of being studied by scientists, or worse, being used in medical experiments. It's no wonder some microbes wish they could just disappear. Born to be bad. Some microbes are just born with bad luck. For example, this microbe was found in a remote cave in Georgia, and it's unable to reproduce. It also has a gene that makes it resistant to antibiotics, which means it can't be easily killed. Another microbe that seems destined for a life of misfortune is the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. This bacteria causes tuberculosis, a disease that kills over 1,000 people every year. And finally, we have the Borrelia. This bacteria is transmitted by ticks, and it causes Lyme disease, a debilitating illness that can cause arthritis, neurological problems, and other symptoms. Each of these microbes has its own unique story to tell. But one thing is for sure. Life as a microbe is never easy. Do you know any obscure facts about microbes? Share them below, and thanks for watching.